Welcome to another lesson of $1 million memberships, where I am helping you break free from the traditional one-on-one hustle and build out a highly profitable and scalable group membership program inside of your business. Today, we are getting into building your membership structure and pricing. This is one of my favorite lessons to teach, so let's get into it. So, structure and pricing. First thing you really want to ask yourself is, what do your perfect members actually need to have their most successful year to date? So, last lesson, we went over the most successful year to date. If you haven't listened to that, definitely go back because this is kind of building on top of it. So, the one thing I want to make really, really clear is you don't have to follow the crowd. You want to really pick what's right for your customer, which is why I believe, and this is where a lot of people actually get it backwards, is they'll create the structure and price first. So they'll think, okay, I want to have a membership. I want it to have this many calls every month. I want us to do this inside it every month. It's going to be $97 a month. And then they go back and they kind of put in the pieces of what needs to be in play from there, when really that's backwards. You have to do the most successful year to date. So really understanding what is going to happen with your perfect member inside of the membership, what results are they going to get. Then you're going to come, and that's when you're going to do the structure, because then you're going to actually build a structure and build a membership around that result. Does that make sense? So again, you don't want to follow the crowd. You don't want to say, okay, this person over here has a membership and this person has a membership and they're around $97. So that has to be my membership. That's just what memberships are. They have this many calls. They do this. Like, really, you just want to go off of your perfect member's result and then pick your structure. And also, this is going to make your membership stand out from the crowd, because then it's actually made for the people inside, not the other way around. So, a really common misconception that people have with memberships is that they have to be low ticket and low touch, and that you have to have a really big audience. And both of these just absolutely are not true. For instance, for myself, I personally scaled my business from $900 to like $2,500 months, very up and down, to 20,000 and up months with less than 200 or 2,000 followers, with a mid to high ticket health membership. And then it just went up from there. So this happened within, I believe, like a year span, maybe a little bit less than a year, maybe 6 months, actually. I think it was definitely way less than a year, but I was in that one-on-one hustle, and I was in that like up and down where it was just, I was working with a lot of one-on-one clients, and then I would go back down because I didn't have the time to market. And I was like in this up and down wave of one-on-one clients. And when I implemented my membership way back when I was a fitness coach, I was able to start making $20,000 and up months. And then it just grew and grew and grew from there with less than 2,000 followers. But I had a mid to high ticket membership, which we're going to get into the different types of structures right now. So I'm going to go over 3 structure examples for you of where your membership can fall. So the first structure we have here is a low ticket membership. So this is going to be anywhere from $20 a month to $97 a month. The next structure we have is a mid ticket. So this is going to be anywhere from $97 a month to around $500 a month. Okay. Then we have a high ticket. So this is going to be anywhere from $500 a month to $2,000 and a month and up. Okay. So I'm going to give you some examples of what this can actually look like and what a membership of each one of these structures looks like. So let's start back with the low ticket. A low ticket membership, as you can probably guess, is going to just be very low personalized support. So very low touch. It's going to be mainly community access and self-serve. So think of a membership where someone comes in and there's not really that personalized support from the host, or a ton of like hot seat calls or coaching calls or anything like that. It's mainly just community support, kind of like what you would see in a Facebook group type of situation. So it's really good for beginners. It's good for group learning. It's good for something where you can have a lot of do-it-yourself resources. And it's also just a great entry point to your product suite. If you do have, say, like a higher group program, or say you have a mastermind, or say you have one-on-one, or say you do retreats, whatever it is, this can be a really great entry point to your product suite just to get people in. So a really good example of this would be Gabby Bernstein. She has her Miracle membership, which is for spiritual coaching and mentorship. And it's around 20, last time I checked, around $20 a month. So it's just very community vibe, self-serve. They have meditations in there, things like that, where she herself doesn't really have to be in the membership. The next one for mid-ticket, this one is going to just be a little bit more touch point than obviously the low ticket. So think small group coaching and targeted feedback. This one can have advanced training and templates. So maybe the curriculum inside of this is a little bit more meaty with a little bit better templates or just more templates or whatever it might be. This one can also have priority support. So maybe your members have access to you in, say, a weekly check-in or a monthly check-in, or maybe they get on calls with you twice a month and they actually get to like talk face to face with you and get support with whatever it is that your membership is for. And then maybe they also get discounts for events, masterminds, things like that. So an example of this one is our membership, $1 Million Memberships Club. This is $197 a month, and it's a really good blend of both the high and the low. We're really giving you a really meaty curriculum, which helps you build your membership out and just build a really highly profitable and scalable membership. On top of that, you're getting the touch points. So you're getting the monthly calls, you're getting the support community. It's a really good blend. And then for high ticket, this one is obviously going to be the highest touch point. This is going to be very VIP feel. And this one can completely range. I mean, like I said, this one can start at $500 a month and it can go up to $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. It totally depends on what it is that your membership is. But again, this is really what I'm trying to say and paint the picture of is your membership does not have to be a low ticket $20 membership. It can literally be $3,000 a month. And there are plenty of memberships like that that do really, really well. So with a high ticket, this one you can really expect more one-on-one access. Maybe they get custom strategy. Maybe they get one-on-one calls included with you every single month. Obviously, if that's something you're doing, you have to cap that, but it can still be a membership structure. Maybe they get VIP treatment, maybe some done for you services like audits, things like that. And then these high ticket ones often include live events or a mastermind. So let's just say you have a high ticket mastermind membership. And then twice a year inside of that membership, they get a all paid for business retreat or all paid for wellness retreat or something like that. That would be an example of a high ticket membership. So an example of this is, again, I had a high ticket membership, the six-figure next level mastermind. I don't have that one running at the time of recording this. We might have it running again sometime. We'll see. But this was the one that I had, six-figure next level mastermind, just really helping coaches and entrepreneurs get their business from not six figures to six figures and up. And this one was around $2,000 a month and did really, really well. So again, it's just really finding what structure works for you and just knowing that your membership does not have to be low ticket. It does not have to be what you would traditionally think of as a membership. Oh my gosh, words. And it's really important to just figure out what is actually going to get your client the result. What kind of membership do you want to provide? And just know all of these types of structures are out there and they all can do really, really well. So don't let pricing or anything like that scare you away from how you design your membership. Okay, now we're going to actually go into two more examples of structure, but this is more so going to be for sales and onboarding. So we have the first one, which is our evergreen model. So this is basically going to be telling you how people can come into your membership. Can they always come into your membership or do they have to wait? So our first example is evergreen. And these can apply to the low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket. Okay. So you either pick one of those, your low ticket, mid ticket, or high ticket. Then once you pick that, then you're coming over here and you're going to pick one of these structures for when your membership is open, when people can actually get in. So the first one we're going through is evergreen. Evergreen just means that it's always open. People can always come into your membership all year round. There's no open close. So the benefits of this one is it can give you a steady income flow, right? You're not opening and closing it, so people can always come in. You can have really good automated systems for this one. There's less launch stress. So when you're always open, then it's not really like pressure to get a bunch of people in at a certain time because you're going to be closing again. It's just less stress that way. However, the downsides of this one, personally, what I see is it's harder to create urgency for something that's always open, right? Like people, even if your program's $97 a month, people are always going to have that. Well, once this month is done, it was a really heavy month bill wise, so then I'll do it. But then there's always something, right? So it's a little bit harder to create urgency. The conversion rates are typically lower with Evergreen just because of that, because of the urgency factor, and there's just not really that push to get in or that pull to get in. And then there's more marketing needed, right? So when you're doing the open close structure, you're launching and it can feel high pressure to get people in, but then it's kind of done. And then you're just focusing on your membership and sharing about your membership in more of like a natural, casual way. Whereas with Evergreen, you're kind of always marketing it. So that is the evergreen. The next option would be the open close. So this is basically just meaning that there's a limited time window to join. Maybe you're open twice a year, maybe you're open once a year, and that's when everyone has to get in, whatever it is, but you're just open close. So the benefits of this one is it creates urgency and FOMO. So people, even if they have shit on the go, which we're always gonna have stuff on the go, they're still gonna think, "Okay, well, this is closing, so it's like now or I wait," and most people don't wanna wait, especially if you have nailed your transition, right? What that transition is that your perfect member is in. So this one creates that urgency and FOMO, which can really help you in selling it. The conversion rates are typically higher with open and close. It has focused launch energy. So when you are open, however many times a year you decide to open, you're really focused on that. So you're not just feeling like you're constantly having to market. And then you can also do cohort based learning with this one a little bit easier as well. So like for example, with my six-figure mastermind that I had, that one was an open and close. So we all kind of the students inside, the members inside, they all went through the program together. And then when we reopened, we had new members come in and then they kind of had that like their little group that they went through together. And obviously it was membership style, so they could stay for years if they wanted to. But every time we opened, another group would come. So it'd kind of be like nice for them to have their pack. You know what I mean? So it was easier to do that with open close. The downside of this one is it can create that feast or famine income feeling. I find that's usually in the beginning. Like once you have your membership going for a little while, then that kind of goes away because you have that snowballing income. But in the very beginning, if you're just starting your membership and you decide to do open close, it can feel a little bit feast or famine because you have that high income coming in right away, and then a lot of people will have the payment plans, but some people might choose to pay annually, right? So you get this high influx of income coming in, and then you don't have that again until your next open. So it can kind of be that like tricky feast or famine mindset. But personally, in my opinion, I'm a fan of the open and close. I just find, especially if you are just starting your membership, I find that it's the better option to go. I find that the it creates a little bit better urgency, and I find that that feast and famine is just like such a tiny blip in the membership journey anyways. And so personally, I love the open and close, but you can definitely apply the evergreen or open and close to any one of these structures, the high, mid, or low. So, your membership can be $47 a month. It can be $2,000 a month. You literally get to decide what is best for your perfect member's most successful year to date. So that is it for this lesson. Next lesson, we're going to be going through member retention and how to actually keep your members inside and loving your membership once they're in there. So they're sticking around and your income can just snowball and snowball and get you to that $1 million membership mark. So I will see you in the next lesson.